In today's video, I'd like to talk a bit about subviz.io, which is the dashboard that shows you the information on the parachain auctions for Kusama and later on for Polkadot, of course, once they start. So we can see here that they've actually fixed the bug that we had a while ago, the last time I've covered that we could not see Moonriver in the parachain auction slot here. So now we can see it once again, just like we could see it with Karura. We could see they've got a 13.97% chance of winning. They are the winning possible parachain at the moment, because again it is a para thread until they successfully win the bidding in the auction, and then they upgrade automatically to a parachain. So yeah, we could see Moonriver is the winner, and we had no doubt about that, right? We knew that they're going to be the second, and I do think that Shiden Network are going to be the third. I've actually contributed some KSM today to Shiden Network as well, because I've contributed quite a lot for Moonriver, so I'm really looking forward to receiving those as well. So far I've contributed like to Karura, Moonriver, and Shiden Network, and the majority of contribution is towards Moonriver. That's like the number one, but of course I've got some for Karura as well. So next I want to talk about the Karura launch. So as you all know, right, Karura has won the very first parachain auction, but unfortunately we did not receive the distribution yet. However, we can see how much we're entitled to, but it's still work in progress for now. So we'll look at that in a moment, and I'm going to share the link in the description of the video, by the way, in case you want to check this out as well and stay up to date, and of course to check your distribution entitlement. So how much are you entitled to get, how many KOR tokens you're entitled to receive based on your contribution. Here we could see the finalization of the card distribution addresses is still in progress at the moment. So even though they have won the parachain auction and they've had the crowd loan, everything has been completed here in the roadmap, as you can see. But they're working on the distribution addresses. Then it's going to be the governance via the proof of authority, tech verification, and runtime. Now, to enable KSM transfer from Kusama to Karura, that's planned. So they're not working on that at the moment. As you can see, they're working on these 3 points here. So I really like the fact that they've got this live roadmap here where we can see what they're actually doing at the moment. So it can't get any more transparent than this, in my opinion. And I think this is how a lot of projects should be. They should have something like this, some kind of roadmap like this shared with the community, so we can all see what the heck they're doing, right? Again, you'll be able to, we will see the distribution of KOR take place, obviously, when they start working on that. It's still planned at the moment, so they need to finalize these 3 points here, likely this one. I think this is the important one here. Once this one is done, then they're likely going to start working on this batch here, which is to distribute KOR, and then of course you can claim KOR. I think this is in relation to the airdrops. I'm not sure, perhaps. I have, because I took part in the airdrop competition that they had last year, I actually have my KOR available and transferable, but I cannot transfer them out. They do take the transaction fee, but the transfer just doesn't work, so it's still work in progress. So I just want to remind you once again, if you did receive that airdrop from last year, please don't try to transfer it out to another address like I tried to do, because you're just going to pay the transaction fee and it's just not going to work. It's going to be in limbo. It's going to keep on rolling, but it's not going to function. It's not going to do the transfer. So we could see they've got a few more things planned here, phase 3 and so on here. So we're not going to see the enabling of the Karura DEX until phase 3, as you can see here. Yeah, we're looking forward to phase 2 for now, because I do believe that with phase 2, once they distribute KOR, I think that's when we're going to see KOR available on exchanges, maybe, right? But I could be wrong, because if we look here in phase 3, aside from all of this, we could see enable token transfer. So either they're referring to the fact that you can transfer KOR or other types of tokens within the Karura DEX, because they're enabling Karura DEX here, they're enabling KUSD borrowing, but then they're saying enable token transfer here. So we're not, yeah, enable transfers for all tokens on Karura. So I'm not sure if they're referring to including KOR or if they're referring to the rest of the tokens on the Karura DEX. But I do hope that they will enable the transfers for KOR as soon as the distribution happens and as soon as the claiming happens. I hope they're not like locked in, even though they're transferable. Maybe we can still transfer them, right? So that's what I'm hoping to see, but we don't really know until after this specific milestone in the roadmap. So we need to see this get completed, and then we'll find out. And yeah, I have asked Dan Reeser as well. Maybe he could give us an estimated time. So once I get an answer from him, I'll let you know in a future video. But yeah, this is pretty much the roadmap here, as you can see. So yeah, we've got some time to go here. But I'm really looking forward to this. I mean, look, this is all the interesting part here. Liquid staking, enabling the Akala Ethereum virtual machine on Karura. So there's a lot of interesting stuff happening here, which is going to be developed in phases, of course. Now, let's talk about this point here. So this is in relation to checking your ACA and KOR distribution or contribution from participating in the festivals, also the Build Akala events, and also the Akala and Karura crowd loan. Of course, we don't have the Akala crowd loan at the moment because we need to wait for the Polkadot parachain auctions to be announced. So the Karura crowd loan can be checked here as well. You basically just click on check here. As soon as you click on it, you enter your public address, your Karura public address, not your Kusama public address. Okay, very important here, your Karura public address, which can be found if you go to Polkadot.js under Kusama and relay chains. If you click on the drop down there, you'll see Karura as the live network. So you basically switch to the Karura network, and then when you go to accounts, you're going to see your accounts, which should obviously be shared with your Kusama account, right? So yeah, you copy that public address, you paste it here, and once you do that, then you'll be able to verify to see what your contribution, what you're entitled to receive. Sorry, what is going to be the distribution of your KOR tokens, and it's going to be the same for ACA once they enable that as well. So I'm really looking forward to that. And as you can see here, these are the three different points or tabs that you can that are enabled here, which means that you can only see the information about the Mandala festivals, the Build Akala event, and the Karura crowd loan. And then later on there may be other events as well, and of course the Akala crowd loan. So this is just something I wanted to share here in case you're wondering. And one other final point that I want to talk about is in relation to how much KOR you're actually entitled to receive from each one KSM that you've contributed. And apparently it's going to be 19 plus KOR based on the contribution of just over 500,000 KSM. And then of course the 11 million KOR which were used or that were not locked up but were set up entirely for this crowd loan. So basically what they're allocated for this crowd loan. So what's going to happen is you just need to divide the 11 million by the 501,000 something, and then you'll actually see that you're going to get 21.9 something KOR. Now the reason being is because we're including the bonus. Remember the 10% early bird bonus and also the 5% referral bonus if you've been using my referral link, so or somebody else's referral link. So yeah, based on that, you're going to get around 21.95 KOR based on my calculation, right? If you basically just divide in the 11 million allocated with the 501,000 and a bit Kusama that were contributed. So yeah, looking forward to that. That's going to be awesome. And of course, yeah, if you check your if you paste in your address here and you search for it, you'll actually be able to see exactly how much you're entitled to receive. That is of course the fixed amount, because now they know the final numbers, right? Before when the crowd loan began, they didn't know the final numbers until they won the bid, of course, because you don't know how many are going to get contributed until it's locked in, until it's finalized, right? Now it's finalized, so now they know. So that's why it's awesome, because here you can check how much you're actually going to get, how much is vested, okay, what is transferable and what is vested. So that's awesome. That's it from today's video. Just wanted to share this. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, drop me a comment below if you have any questions in relation to this video. Thank you. Bye-bye.